Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and welcome to your Formula 1 driver ratings and team ratings to the Canadian Grand Prix. All drivers and teams covered as I rate them out of 10 for their performances over the weekend. Let's start off with Red Bull, shall we? Max Verstappen, 9. Yes, I give Max Verstappen a 9. P2 in qualifying, P1 in the race, didn't have it all his own way, so had to work hard to the victory. Got the safety car timing spot on, and he's able to get ahead of Lando Norris, and that's how he went on to win the Grand Prix. So fair play, but wasn't easy by any shape or form whatsoever. Had to work hard to that, so fair play to Max. Sergio Perez, 0, absolutely 0. Oh my goodness me. What a way to celebrate your new contracts, having a rubbish weekend like that. Absolutely nowhere near good enough. P17 in qualifying, and then in the race retired because he span off the track, damaged his rear wing, and that was the end of his Grand Prix, unfortunately, but nowhere near good enough this weekend. Shocking. On to my team, Ferrari. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where do I start with this team this weekend? A team who always sets such high standards. Well, our fan base do anyway. Not sure about the team. Oh dear me. Charles Leclerc, 0, absolutely 0. I mean, qualifying was abysmal. Qualified P11, then in the race retired due to ERS issues. Carlos Sainz, 0, absolutely 0. Wow, he span in the race and then made contacts with Alex Albon, retired in the race. A double DNF for my team this weekend, nowhere near good enough. And tomorrow we will be tearing my team a new asshole. I don't care how good we've been recently, they're getting it, they really are. Because that is not Ferrari standards. This isn't Ferrari! Dear me, awful weekends of my team. Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton, 7. Yes, I give Lewis Hamilton a 7. In the practice, FP3, he was fastest, then qualifying, only qualified P7, then P4 in the race, no doubt about it, his best weekend so far. George Russell, the male model. Now, obviously, you got to mark him down because he did terrible at times in the race. He bottled it a few times. I'm going to give him the same marking as Lewis, a 7. Yes, I give George Russell a 7. P1 in qualifying, P3 in the race, but made too many errors in the race. This is something George Russell's definitely got to work on, in my opinion. On to McLaren, Lando Norris. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Because, again, he made a couple of errors in the race. P3 in qualifying and P2 in the race. Obviously, he came out the pit lane. Max overtaken him because Norris, his tires are cold, just went sliding. But, yeah, he made a bit of a mistake, ran wide in the race. Yeah, so that's why I'm marking Norris down a bit. 7. Oscar Piastri, 7 for him as well. Yeah, he qualified, what was it, P5? And then in the race he finished P5. So, yeah, just needs to be a little bit more aggressive, does Oscar Piastri. He's doing a solid job, don't get me wrong, but we need to see a bit more aggression from him, in my opinion. Alpine, Pierre Gasly, I'll give him a 7 as well. Scored some very good points to the team. And Esteban Ocon, 7 as well. Double points finish at Alpine, impressive. So well done to them. Not a huge fan in that team, but to get a double points finish this weekend. Fair play to the both of them. Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso. I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he's very solid this weekend. He's been very poor recently, but this weekend, definitely back to his usual best. And he's another one who does well in the changeable conditions. So that's why I'm giving Alonso 7. Scored some points, and so did Lance Stroll as well. I'll give him a 7 as well. Solid that by Lance Stroll at his home Grand Prix. And at the end of the race, obviously was waving to his home crowd, thanking them for their support during the weekend. Red Bull... Oh, Racing Bulls. Well, they are still Red Bull, but they're called Racing Bulls. I'm going to give them 1 for 1, Yuki Tsunoda. Oh dear, he's doing so well. 5. Horrific mistake at the end of the Grand Prix. He ran wide, had to go round the cone, slippery on the grass, and yeah, unfortunately finished outside the points in the end, 1 for 1. So very unlucky for Yuki Tsunoda. Daniel Ricciardo, I'm going to give him a solid 7. I mean, qualified about P6 in the qualifying, and then in the race finished P8. So solid that by Daniel Ricciardo. On to Kick Sauber, Guan Yu Zhou, 0. Absolutely 0. What an awful weekend for Guan Yu Zhou. Absolutely horrific. Up there with Sergio Perez as the worst driver this weekend. Crashed in FP3 and then crashed in the race as well. Yeah, terrible Guan Yu Zhou this weekend, honestly. 0. Fauci Bottas, 2. I mean, Kick Sauber are terrible. Bottas really struggled in these conditions, so 2 for Fauci Bottas. On to Haas. Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, 7 for the both of them. I thought they both did very well, especially in the first half of the race. They took the gamble, started on the full wets. They were flying, but in the end, unfortunately, both finished outside the points as their gamble near the end faded off. But at the start of the race, it works spot on for them. And finally, on to Williams. Alex Albon, 8. Yes, I can Alex Albon an 8. He was doing a superb job, but then, unfortunately, near the end of the race, got collected by Carlos Sainz. He had nowhere to go and retired from the race, unfortunately. Real unfortunate for Alex Albon, that it really was. And finally, on to Logan Sargent, 0. Absolutely 0. Qualifying, he actually did really well. And then, obviously, in the race, he spun and then he hit the wall and crashed out. Oh my goodness me. Nowhere near good enough that by Logan Sargent. Dear me, shocking. Absolutely shocking. This driver needs putting out his misery immediately. He really does. On to the team ratings. Red Bull, 7. Good win for Max. Sergio Perez, awful. My team Ferrari, 0. Absolutely 0. What on earth was that, Scuderia? Seriously, way below usual standards. My standards are up to here, not down here on the floor. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Mercedes, 7. Really solid points for them. Solid job. McLaren, 8. More fantastic points than them. Alpine, 7 as well. Double points finish. Fair play to both Ocon and Gasly. Aston Martin, 7 as well. Solid points to them. Racing Bulls. I mean, Ricardo did well to score some points. At 1-1 in the end of the race. Horrific error, so I'm marking them down to 6 as 1-1 finish outside the points. Unfortunately, Kicks Albert. I mean, you have to give them a 0 as well, don't you? Awful this weekend as well. Kicks Albert. Haas. I mean, yeah, terrible by them as well. Aston Martin 7, double points in H&M, so solid. And also Haas 7 for them as well, and they did a solid job. And Williams 7 for them as well, because Alex Albon was having a blinder until he got taken out, but Logan Sargent, usual by him, I'm afraid. So that's the driver ratings done, team ratings done for the Canadian Grand Prix. We move on to Barcelona next. Comment your thoughts down below, I will always reply. And a very good Grand Prix. We needed that after 2 very poor races. Bye-bye.